think martial arts in general has shown me how to stick up for myself, how to be a man. It's given me confidence in my own skin. I'm a very competitive person, and not so much competitive with other people, but I'm competitive with myself. You know, I have to be able to prove to myself what I can do. My competition with my opponent is secondary.
He's very passionate about competition. You know, he loves to compete at anything. If I say, Mike, you know, let's go compete playing hopscotch, man, he'd have a field day.
My first fight against, when I was 14, was against a guy who was 22. And then that was a pretty good fight. And then after that, we're like, okay, well, you know what? We'll try some people my age. And it didn't really go well. So then I just went back up to fighting grown people again, you know, at 16 years old, you know, and it just so happened that I wanted to take fighting to the next level. It just so happened that I was getting paid when I did it. You know, I never had to go get a regular job. This has been my job forever. And it was easy for my parents to accept because I wasn't just some random kid coming in and saying, Dad, I want to do this as a job, you know, because I fail at everything else. You know, it was more so, Dad, I'm 9-0 amateur, and this is the next step, and I'm 16, and that's to go professional.
You know, you have to understand he's been here since he was 13, 14 years old, so classes every single night, competing at age 15, you know. So he really didn't get a childhood, and I think that he's trying to reconcile that. He's trying to figure out a happy medium between being grown up and still being a kid, you know.
You know, if people get into MMA because they see what they, you know, on UFC, you know, with people making big money and parties and girls and fame, that's a horrible reason to get into this sport, because people don't know this. That's not what it's about. And if you fall in love with that and that's what you like, you're not going to make it, because the starting off is horrible. The fact that I am there and the things that it has been able to do for me, like, I have a shop now where I get to go, and I have a carpentry shop. You know, I got to help my parents, you know, with debts and all this other kind of crap like that. You know, I'm comfortable. I had two choices. I could either invest in a house or I could invest it in the shop. You know, if, you know, it hits the fan, you know, I could lose my house, you know, but my shop, I'm good enough where I can do that as a living. You know, it's one of my loves, and not only that, you know, a house right now, it's going to be more stress on me. You know, I'm just turned 21. You know, that's going to be more stress, even though it's a big part. You know, that shop, it's going to be a backup plan, because I don't know if I'll have a job tomorrow. And it's a stress reliever. You know, I go out and I build stuff for my friends, you know, take smaller jobs. I did one huge job, and I'm never doing it again until I have the time and the bigger shop. I can't say enough about it, of how grateful I am that I have such an amazing job, that I get to do what I love. My office is a mat. You know, that's my home. I got to go to work. I got to go work out. You know, I got to go to the chiropractor. You know, that's my work. And not only that, but I'm not suffering while I do it. You know, I get good pay.
Man, you know, he's still a kid, you know, with his body, and we have to be careful sometimes, because, you know, he hits so hard that I don't even think his bones are completely developed, so I have to take extra care in wrapping his hands and making sure that he stays light when he's striking, you know, so he doesn't hurt himself. But I think he's not even near close to his potential.
The first thing that I want people to think when they find out that they're fighting me is, oh wow, there's a possibility that I get knocked out. I find it so amazing and so awesome that very few people in my weight class have the kind of power that they touch you once and they can put you away. And that's a safe feeling, knowing that very few people in my weight class can do that, but I can. I can do that, and it makes me feel so comfortable standing in front of somebody trading. Being a finisher to me means that at any point in time, whether I'm on my back, whether I'm on top, whether I'm standing on the feet, whether I can only throw kicks, and whether both of my arms are broken, that I always have a way of finishing. And I think that is an incredible part, and it's not because I'm big, it's not because I'm strong, it's because of knowing the martial arts. You know, it's not about being so huge that you can hit someone, it's about understanding your body. And that's what I base my whole training off of, is being a better martial artist. I'm never going to stop becoming a better martial artist so I can work on my pad work, or so that I can, you know, get better conditioning. Yeah, those are important, but the bottom line of my training is becoming a better martial artist, because that translates to everything else.